Welcome back to Give Me Five with Jones and Eli. Our topic today comes from Scott Cashel. And a reminder that if you want your topic featured on the pod, leave us a comment, email us. We are always looking to do your topics. And Scott's topic today is, Eli, what is the hardest sport to referee?
For me, there's only one answer. It's a clear answer, and it's leagues ahead of everything else. It's football/soccer. It's pretty simple, Jones. It's a 90-minute game. You're running the entire time, and there's only one of you. And those three things make it clear above anything else, right? Most sports are going to be less than 90 minutes. There's going to be 60 minutes of action, or could be even less. And very often the referee, if you think about a sport like tennis, is not actually moving. They're sitting still, they're standing there, they're watching. Or the only other sport that I considered was basketball, because you're also running up and down the court the entire time. But there's multiple referees in basketball. In football, it's one guy who's running the entire length of the pitch. You have to be able to see everything, see over there, see over there, see back there, see back there, be understanding everything that's going on. Yeah, you have the linesman with the offsides, but other than that, you're running the entire time. You got to be in amazing shape.
It's got to be hockey, dude. How is this even a question? When I get out there, I look like, unfortunately, like a gazelle who's just been shot. I'm going everywhere. I'm going in every direction. I'm falling on my face out there. So not only do you have to skate so beautifully, you're gliding across the ice. You basically have to be a certified figure skater, but then you need to keep up with the action. It gets hot in there. You have 20,000 sweaty Pittsburgh fans yelling at you the entire time, throwing catfish onto the ice. You have these toothless guys getting in fights left and right. The puck moves so fast. These guys are skating at you. You have to stay out the way. You have to keep your eye on the puck. I don't know how you could possibly do that. Soccer are just trotting up. Oh, they kicked it again. Oh, they're passing back. Easy money. Hockey's the clear answer, Eli.
Jones, the question was not which is the hardest sport for Jones to referee. It's which is the hardest sport objectively to referee. I get you're a bad skater, but in general, hockey's not that hard. And let me tell you why. If you can master the art of skating, which yes, it takes practice. Yes, it takes time. But there's a lot of people out there who can do it way better than you or I, who can do it flawlessly, who, you look at them as if they're just walking. You can do that. It's not that hard because, going back to my earlier criteria, number one, it's not that big of a space. The rink itself is tiny. And you don't need to be like in the NBA or in football all the way up or all the way down, right? You can kind of stay around between the blue lines. Secondly, there's like 4 NHL refs on the ice, which, by the way, if you think about it, is crazy. You have like 5 guys on each team and 4 refs. Like, what? The balance is off there. But either way, you got the guys with the orange on their sleeves. You got the guys with no orange. There's so many things going on. So many refs. Therefore, it's not that hard. The only thing that sucks about the NHL being a ref there is you could get drilled at any time, which, probably should be taken into consideration. But I don't think it's as physically demanding as being a football referee.
You might say that, but I think being a football referee is like probably taking a nice siesta on the beach with a pina colada in your hand. I think that those refs are stealing money hand over fist. Now, another tough one that you didn't nominate, and this is not physically demanding, but again, we said what is the hardest, not what is the sport you have to be the most athletic in or whatever. Sure. I mean, you got to throw baseball in there.
I would agree.
To be a home plate umpire is tough, man. I used to do that.
Did you?
Used to is a very loose term. I did it a couple times, and man, those parents yell at you. It's really hard. You have to make split decisions, and when you're calling balls and strikes, I mean, you're back there for a long time. It's usually hot as heck out there, and you got to wear those long slacks and that face mask. It is a tough ask of anybody. And the heckling alone, I think, is worse in baseball because at least in football, basketball, maybe not so much, but hockey are a little more removed from the fans. The umps hear it, especially at the lower levels.
Talk about danger. I mean, you're a foul tip away from ending the bloodline at any point as an umpire.
You wear a cup. You wear a cup.
Dude, those things don't work. Come on.
What?
If you take a direct... There's no wiggle room in there? Yes, there is. Come on.
That's what they're made for.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't fit perfectly.
Well, not perfectly, of course, but, if you get one of those under hits, I think the under area usually gets really,
dude, on the side,
about.
The wrong angle, and hard enough, I could probably just break it. Come on. And you're also, I feel like sometimes umps are not wearing the cup. But anyway, I digress. I think baseball is super hard. And if you watch an MLB game and you look at the little zone they impose on the screen, they get it right at such a high percentage. It's actually insane. When you look at like the after the game charts of how often they get it right, Jones, they're hitting at like a 98% clip, and they're like, oh, that's bad. Oh, 98%, that's terrible. And that probably is bad. If you're missing 2 out of every 100 pitches, that's probably not good. But
Clearly,
near
you haven't looked at Angel Hernandez's.
Yeah, that's an anomaly. But you or I be hitting that at a 40% clip, no higher.
Oh no, I think I play this app on my phone where I call balls and strikes just for practice sometimes. Yeah, no, and you know what, I do pretty well. My final nomination before we go has got to be cricket, just because I don't even know what the officiating system is like in there, but those games go 3 days. Like, how am I supposed to stand out there for 3 days and officiate a damn game?
Well, I think the actual hardest sport is golf, because you don't actually do anything and you just have to. What do those golf pros do? They wear the hats and they stand on the side with their hands behind their back.
With that one time when Dustin Johnson like tapped the ball by accident. This has been Gimme 5 with Jones and Eli. Reminder to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, subscribe on YouTube, leave a comment, suggest our next pod topic. Eli, thanks for talking.
It was a pleasure, Jones. Talk to you soon.